All right, welcome to another episode of the Zero1 Shootout here on the JTR Podcast Network. This is Mark Rebin coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois, joined as always by my buddy Minderz. And Minderz, I think during the hiatus, I need to find a better picture of Trust for that open.
Please. I damn near puke every time I see it.
It's off-putting. You got to see Trust last weekend.
I did. He was mean to me as always. It's kind of what he does.
It is what he. I think he looks forward to seeing you, so he has somebody to bounce.
And then what we used to say, BA used to do.
Mm-hmm.
BA was always excited to see me because he knew he could pick on somebody.
Yeah.
I will say one thing: I never laid a hand on any of them. I've never laid a hand on any of the wrestlers.
But we may have to expand on that when we get to talking about Friday.
Okay.
I know you had opinions.
I did.
But
did have opinions.
Yeah. So Minderz, this is the last episode before shooty time next Wednesday. And I'm doing this as a segue. I'm not doing the doorbell because these guys were early. So
all right.
So we're going to bring these guys in. Shooty Award winners for TNT Match of the Year last year, Minderz.
They were?
And their standing with the fans has changed a little in the last couple of weeks, I would say.
Just a little bit. So we need to find out why. So let's find out why.
Let's do that. Let's bring them in. We got Jake Bosch. We got Scott Stanley. The new guys are back with us. Fellas, thanks for joining us. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for having us on, guys.
So you guys got a little explaining to do.
Not to me. I mean,
I'm going to just jump right into it. Because Jake, all of a sudden, they do not like you at Edgewood at all.
I did what I had to do. I don't see any world where I don't side with my day one brother. My patience was pushed too far. Tired of people getting one up on me. Tired of everybody. Everybody wants to use all these outside different ways to beat us. All this. Nobody does anything about it. Every week. Week after week. And then whenever we just decide to take it into our own hands and to just, make it ours. Now we're the bad guy.
I'm just going to throw it out there. I watched that match, Scott and Kenny, with you as a referee, and you called that down the middle for about 96% of that match until you took that foot to the face. Or chair to the face, I should say.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that kind of tracks with what you're saying. You got pushed a little bit too much, but I got just the I got to ask her, I wouldn't be doing my job. Was this the plan when this match started?
I don't know. Maybe I just let you guys think about that one.
Fair enough. Scott, you surprised when Jake stepped in? It sounds like you guys are just riding together all the time, so can't have been too big of a shock to you.
Was I shocked that my day one tag team partner decided to side with me? That he decided to do the right thing and heard what I was saying to him the past few weeks? No, I wasn't shocked. I know exactly what I'm doing, and that's what I've been saying. But no one has been listening to me except for him.
All right.
I'm not going to say no one's been listening.
Well, no, but it's kind of a tough nut to crack in Edgewood to get people to get where you're coming from sometimes, that's for sure.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I will say, I'm giving you props for your new music coming out, Stanley, because that's such a good song. Such a good song.
Yeah, I know.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
I'm so excited we have heel new guys. I've been wanting new guys for... I can't even...
You can't even get it out of your mouth. It's a tongue twister.
Right. Like April or before. Like probably when we gave them their shooty, I was like, can you guys please turn bad now?
You were wanting to see an edge out of these two, and you got it.
I want to make one thing clear. We haven't turned bad. Everyone has perceived us to be losers this entire time because we showed up every single week, giving everything we had for a 10 people in a barn that never cared about us in the first place. But here we are, finally doing something, making a name for ourselves, moving up the ranks at TNT, and all of a sudden, we're labeled as bad guys. We were labeled as losers, now we're bad guys for winning. So pick, which is it? Loser, bad guy? All I see is winning. All I see is a couple of winners.
Well, I gotta say, I mean, you've definitely had Kenny's number since the perceived attitude change. So I get it. It's
2-0. The record speaks for itself.
Uh-oh. The GM's in the chat.
Rob has an opinion about the song, so that song sucks.
Of course he does.
Because it's not the Golden Girls theme.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
But
Michaela, hey, how's it going?
hey, Michaela.
Papa Pullman's on the road, but he's listening.
He's always listening.
It's true.
Yeah, I did get to see the new guys this weekend. It was a really good show that I saw. So, unfortunately, the Hooligans had their number, but
One time. We beat them every other time. And then the one time. And they take everything.
Yeah. It's yeah, we were both there, Minderz, when the new guys won the tag titles down there at PWE. So it's and that's the first time I'd seen the Hooligans in several years, and they look very different from the last time I saw them. But yeah, when you got veterans, you got to be careful with them because they know all the tricks. But if I know you guys, I'm imagining you guys picked up a thing or two from that match with them. So next time around, you probably have a plan there. I have to ask because one of Minder's all-time favorite wrestlers has kind of been helping you out down in the St. Louis area. One Benjamin
not anymore. They turned on him.
Oh, yeah, but yes, that's what I was going to say because I saw where you guys turned on him. I'm just curious, was it just a thing where you learned what you needed to from Trust and moved on, or was it just a plan, or what's going on with that?
You can only be told what to do for so long. And whenever I came into this wrestling thing, I feel like it kind of comes through. I'm eager to meet people. I'm eager to be around fellas. And when I saw Ben and Ben needed guys, I was all in. This man, I wore his trunks and hid under the ring for 4 hours as a contingency in case he needed me to win that Pro Wrestling Epic Championship. So if when it comes to being all in, I was there. I had no intentions of screwing him over. But then when he's got us doing all this dirty work, like he planned on us wearing his jackets for the Jack Vaughn stuff. He wanted us wearing jackets so we could be more like him, because he couldn't just accept us as the new guys. He wanted us doing all of his dirty work, all that. And honestly, after taking all that stuff from Rhino the night before we turned on him, I couldn't take it anymore. Scott was getting frustrated, so I just looked at him, gave him the nod, hit him with the bomb, and we walked away. That's all there was to it. You push two people to the limit, they're going to do something.
Look, you don't touch my tag team partner. That's where I draw the line. That's whenever I call it quits. You don't touch Bosch, and you touch me, that's one thing. I'm a fight for myself, but once you touch my tag team partner, it's gloves off.
I respect that. I'm big on loyalty, so I appreciate that. And like I said, we've been fans of the team since pretty much first time you guys popped into Edgewood. And so yeah, I'm glad seeing what we're seeing out of you.
We ain't going anywhere anytime soon. That's for damn sure. So when are you going to challenge for those tag team belts, please? Can we please get those off the light, please? Please?
Hey, that's not our call. If that was our call, it would have happened a long time ago. Let me just say it like that. But hey, the GM's in the chat. Call.
Yeah.
The GM's in the chat, so he's listening.
Hey, Minderz, is that Johnny Banks in the chat here?
I don't know. Maybe. Yep. Sure does look like it.
I haven't seen Johnny in a while.
Nope. I'm just saying, I think y'all need to make a statement and go after those belts and make a statement.
Who's to say we're not going to?
I'm just throwing it out there, Scotty. Just trying to be helpful.
So let's talk a little bit about tomorrow because you got, speaking of the light, Minderz, they're getting back in the tag team division down here in Edgewood, and they're going up against, where is it? There we go. They got Gwen and Hippie tomorrow
So they
night.
do have the light, just
Not for the titles and not the Luminary in this iteration.
right. So we're pulling Freebird rules. Okay.
Interesting, right?
Yeah,
As soon
very
as
interesting.
as soon as we catch a little fire, as soon as we catch a little heat, all of a sudden, the Luminary wants no part of us. They don't want to put their tag titles on the line. That's fine. We're gonna make an example of their tag team partner.
I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
I got no reason to question it.
I don't either. New guys are on a mission right now, and I love it.
I agree.
And you know how many people in Edgewood are probably mad at me right now, and I really don't care.
More than usual?
Probably.
Who cares what those people think?
Yeah,
Pick
threw that one
trash.
out a while ago. I'm done caring what they think. They didn't. What's that ever done for me? That ain't never beat nobody.
Not to stir the pot. That's Minder's job usually. But Rob popped up a comment here. He says, around these parts, you earn title matches. And Devil's Advocate, I mean, you do have a shooty for match of the year last year. So if it was me, I'd say that'd go a long way to that. If you ask me, but
and I feel like they might be nominated for a few more shooties this year, if I'm
correct.
It
might be. But in the meantime, until you get your title shot, I mean, is the business with Kenny done? Do you think? Do you think he's going to get a partner and come after you two and try to get some payback?
As far as I'm concerned, Kenny is in the rearview mirror, far behind us, as if he is roadkill. He's a child playing a man's game, and this man has walked away with his best friend, and that's all we need. So, Kenny, if you have the balls to step up again, I encourage it. But you've seen how it's gone twice now. So, do with that what you will.
I like fighting words.
Minderz, sorry I stirred the pot on your behalf there. But,
that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I can't stir the pot on Kenny. You know I can't stir the pot on Kenny, but...
No, Kenny's your buddy, I know, but you also know he kind of, he did throw the chair in Jake's face.
He did. I'm not saying that he didn't deserve it. I'm just saying I'm not going to wish ill on him. We'll put it that way.
Papa Pullman says Kenny is looking for bigger and better things than these two.
Ooh,
sort of emoji there, but
Papa.
Well, I mean, he had a lot of trouble getting past us, so I mean, I wish him the best of luck.
Oh boy, oh boy, we didn't start that one, Rob. We did not start that one.
Nope.
We're innocent on that one. Thank goodness.
Stick to fishing, old man. Stick to fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Fishing and apparently commentary this past Saturday with Rob down in the No Ring No Hope show. But
boy,
Kenny's in the chat, Minderz.
Yep, I just seen him.
I'm not going to read this. I'm just going to put this up again. Don't shoot the messenger here. But yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Oh wait.
That's it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, correction.
Curse words.
Away.
Very clever. Very clever. This is a PG product, Kenny. Is that where we're going now? Is that where we're going? Okay. I hate to break it to you, brother, but you're just in the chat and you're talking about me on the podcast, so it's gonna stay that way as far as I'm concerned.
Oh. I'm hoping I don't get a message here in just a second, because you know that message could come through any time, but I'm going to be good. I'm not going to stir the pot tonight. Reb, how about, guys, can we run through Thursday's card with you just to kind of get your opinions on who you think, and we can let you go after that?
Let's go.
All right.
Good to me.
I'll start this because there's a guy that just started popping up down here that's from your neck of the woods. I want to get your take on him. Ashton Reacher taking on Noah Clover, and Minderz and I both been very impressed by what we've seen out of Ashton so far. He's a Forge guy, I believe, right? Trained with Camaro. Have you guys had a lot of interaction with him down in the St. Louis area?
Yeah, we've had quite a bit of interaction with Ashton. Very quiet feller, a little scary, puts me on edge a little bit, but I definitely can respect the hustle. I've never seen, me and Scott in our time of training, we've kind of, especially during some of the more fundamental stuff, we kind of take like a sideline and just enjoy, helping out as we can, but just kind of doing our thing. And we've watched Ashton do a lot of his stuff, and I can't say a lot of people have worked harder than like a lot of the people that are doing it around here, but he's coming. He's coming. He's on the tail of about everybody in the area. So don't get too complacent is all I gotta say.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. He faced Cordell Kane last Friday down at PWE, and that ended in a ref stoppage because Ashton destroyed him.
Oh wow!
So I'm just throwing that out there.
He is a bona fide fighter. He's not a wrestler. Let's get that thing straight right now. He is not a wrestler. He is a fighter. You will not see him go in there and throw chops like everyone else, trying to make some noise. He is going in there, throwing elbows, throwing punches, throwing kicks, because that is what he loves to do. He loves to feel bones crushing underneath his fists, underneath his feet. He loves it. So anyone who steps in the ring with Ashton Reacher, I feel bad for you, because it's going to come to an end real quick for you.
Poor Noah. All right, Reb, who you picking?
I don't know if Noah's recovered from Saturday. They had that death match with Anakin at the No Ring No Hope show, and they showed the picture. He had at least 20 skewers sticking out of the top of his head, which is not really your bag, Minderz. You're not a deathmatch gal or anything, but
no.
But I think I'm going to agree with these. I'm going to go with Ashton. I think he's going to lay a whooping on old Noah in this one.
Unfortunately, it will not be a 4-leaf clover. He will not have any luck. He will go under by the hands of Ashton Reacher.
I do want to say, though, Noah's got a lot of steam. So if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Noah. He'll be the one to beat Ashton for sure. I feel like Ashton levels up every week. He's only had a handful of matches, and he's just turning it up every time. So this one, I don't know. I'm 50-50. I'll just go right down the middle.
There you go.
Fair enough. Minderz, I didn't realize till I went back and I watched that Dusk Till Dawn show on IWTV over the weekend. I forgot Ashton was in that Battle Royal.
Yeah.
His debut.
That was his debut. Okay.
You need to start paying more attention there, Mister.
I know I'm working on it.
Okay.
Minderz, make me a pick here. Reacher or Clover?
I'm going with Reacher.
All right. Michaela's picking Noah, and
of course.
Looks like Papa Poland's picking Noah. He says Noah's tough.
Well, he says Noah's tough, and I'm not going to say
he's picking him.
Not tough. I'm just saying
I'm
picking Reacher.
Yeah. All right. Next up here, we got Anthony Lopez and the Angler. Now, Lopez is another guy that we've been pretty impressed by since he's popped up.
Desiree, we're going to have words at some point.
Anthony Lopez is a cheap trickster who beat me whenever I was frail and weak. However, the Angler is nothing more than a floundering fish whenever it's time to get in the ring. He is weaker than anyone I have ever seen or been in the ring with. He doesn't have the gall to be in the same ring as Anthony Lopez. Lopez will take advantage of him, and he's going to win.
Okay. Yeah, I got my feelings about Anthony Lopez. He put me on the shelf right before I came back and had my moments. But he did that by cheating, and just like every time we would lose, it usually came from somebody cheating. And so he is one of the guys that really upset me and Scott over our year at TNT. So I don't want to say that he's going to win, but I think he'll probably cheat and win.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. As much as everybody seems to like the angler down there, Lopez he's kind of got that killer instinct. He'll do what has to be done to win a match. So I'm gonna go with Lopez also on this one.
I mean, he's on a little bit of a winning streak.
A little bit,
because he did win that match where he got to be added to that match with Joey last Friday.
yeah. And Matt, showing himself in the Rumble Friday night. Had quite a few eliminations by my notes. Papa Pullman says Angler needs to develop a killer instinct.
I agree.
I mean, hell, Papa Pullman put him through a kiddie pool. So, I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, it seems like some of the things that Angler tries a little too hard to be liked, which was a problem that his brother had for a while before he kind of turned things around for himself too. But yeah, it's Michaela's picking the Angler. Not a big shock there. So I guess we're all unanimous on Lopez on this end here. All right, next up, this will ask you about tag team match, but
Okay, Glitch is in the chat.
oh, what killer instinct does he?
That's what we're saying. He needs
That's what
one.
we're
saying. Papa Pullman's still throwing more shade.
Well, says nice guys finish last in a fight, and
Mhm.
He's not wrong.
We've learned that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I want to get to a little tag team stuff here. Speaking of the Glitch, we got himself and Maxwell against Bradley and Quest, and all these two teams, they've got quite a bit of experience in the last several weeks teaming up together. And with me, tag team chemistry goes a long way when I'm picking winners in these kind of matches. And I don't know. I want to get your take on these two teams.
You're gonna take down the 0-1 thing so Maxwell's face isn't covered up.
Oh yeah, he might get mad at me if I block.
So you take the picture down, so then that way.
Well, I have to make sure I can see. All right, well, pick on me, Minderz. So there we go.
I'm good at it.
Better,
I guess. I don't really care, but
well, no, you got a nice.
We don't really need him mad at us now.
Yeah, which is holding that control like it's a Glock.
Well, maybe in his eyes it is.
There's if he's playing like Red Dead Redemption or something. But...
You know what? I appreciate Bradley and Quest, but you can't deny although right now they're not getting along very well.
I was going to say, Glitch is kind of at Maxwell's doghouse after Friday.
Yep. So I think I'm going to go with Quest and Bradley. I just changed my mind last minute, so.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to say Quest and Bradley. I think Glitch is going to do something to. I know he's in the chat, but it's something's. There's issues
something's
right now.
Yeah, something's afoot.
Yeah, Michaela picks Bradley and Quest, as does Desiree.
Scott, who are you picking?
I think too many people are overlooking Maxwell. Whether or not Glitch is on his level come Thursday, I don't think it will matter. Maxwell will understand what it takes to pull out the win, and I think he gets the job done with or without Glitch. But, just for the heck of it, since Glitch here in the chat, you'll be there. You'll get it done with him.
There you go.
Okay. Jake, what do you think?
Honestly, around all the area, I've had a run-in with just about everybody in this match, and I think it's ridiculous that this match is happening, if I'm being honest. I think that any tag match on a card with the new guys from here on out at TNT is disrespectful. I think that we, especially if they go on after us, because I don't think anybody can sniff a candle to what me and Scott are about to do. Y'all haven't seen the new guys in a while. I mean, I can't remember the last tag match we've had at TNT.
That's been a while.
And so I just want to say it's going to be an eye-opening. I hope both these teams lose because we are going to expose everybody and beat everyone.
Double DQ. Let's do it.
Well, okay. Let's see.
David, we haven't got there yet,
nope.
boss man.
Nope. We started with the interview right off the top, so we'll be getting into Friday here after a bit. Let's see. Next up here, Oh, this one, Minderz, I'm actually really looking forward to. We got Devontae and Dante Farrow one-on-one here. And we've been wanting to see Dante get tested.
We have been.
And this is going to be it. And he finally got his win a couple weeks ago. So we'll see if we can keep the momentum going. But it's Devontae, so it's a tall order.
Watch out for those iron cakes.
Well, yeah, and watch out for Theo because he might be there too. I don't see him announced for a match, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be there.
Right. We've been high on Farrow here lately, but
yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry. But I can't go against Devontae. I can't.
No,
I don't care if he did lose his belt. He busted his ass in that match against Joey.
Literally.
So it was just the better person won that night, and you know how much that sucked for me to say coming out of my mouth.
Oh yeah, I think I could see you vomit in your mouth a little bit.
A little bit.
Papa Pullman says Dante will dominate until help arrives, so he's counting on Trauma Unit being involved. I think Devontae, he's on a little bit of a slump. He lost the belt to Joey. He lost to Clayton on Friday. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder, and I think he's going to use that, and I think he's going to get the win here. But I expect Dante to put up a fight, though.
Yeah.
What do
Jake,
you guys?
Let's go, Jake.
Okay.
I'm being honest. Everything in me wants to say Dante. I think Dante is really going to be one of the next guys. I think he's been working almost as hard as Ashton, just maybe even harder. It's a battle of those two on who can work harder. And I just don't think Dante's got that fear yet. He doesn't got that. He doesn't got that, like that instinct that we were talking about with the angler needs. He doesn't have that yet. And I think Devontae is going to show him that he needs to find that. So I'm going with Devontae.
Okay.
Nope. Trauma Unit head coach. Devontae's in the lab. He will be fine. All right.
Well, Super Vet says that means it's probably the case.
Scott, what are you thinking?
Dante is going in there with a former champion. He has a lot to learn. Devontae's winning this one.
Okay. Is Dante a St. Louis guy also? I'm not exactly sure. Is he also a Forge guy?
Yes, he's a Forge guy as well.
Okay.
I mean, so if he's training with Reacher, then yeah. Pay attention, Reb.
Again, pudding. I've had a long day. It's but also he's working in there with Camaro then, so he's going his paces. And Parnell for that matter, but
and Outlaw.
Yeah, so it's
poor guy.
Fun training with the Forge. Oh my goodness! All right, next up here, TNT champion Anakin Murphy taking on LDLC.
Looks like it's not for the belt. Go figure.
Non-title looks like. Well, we found out who the next challenger is going to be, Minderz, on Friday, which we'll get to that when we talk about the Friday show. But
so does this mean if DLC wins, then he would be next in line after that one?
I would imagine if he gets a win, that's got to put him in line for a title shot.
I'm going with Anakin. Who you picking?
DLC doesn't stand a chance. Anakin Murphy has been champion this long, and there's a reason for it. He knows how to get the job done. DLC doesn't. That's why he lost against Maxwell. Simple as that.
Anakin's somebody who takes things into his own hands. I think he showed that with his whole title run, and I think he'll do the exact same thing that he has done the entire run this Thursday, and that is beat DLC and just another bump in the road.
Okay. Yeah, that's one thing you realize. Anakin, from all the people that he's teamed with or run with, he's learned a lot of tricks from a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And DLC hasn't quite done. I know it sounds like a broken record. DLC is another one of those guys I think needs to kind of get a little bit of an edge to him to really advance. Everybody loves him, and he's very well. By everyone, I mean the fans. Just to clarify, but it's Papa Pullman's going to agree with you. Kind of has to though.
Yeah, he kind of has to.
But no, I'm going to say Anakin just because it's like we said, he's gonna have that that killing. He's going to be a closer in this one, I think. So
Yep.
I'm gonna have him winning this one.
All right. What else we got, Reb? Anything else?
I've got a couple more here. Well, one of them I don't think we need to ask the new guys who they're
The
picking.
new guys are winning.
Sure. I mean, they already said as much. So they're going to make an example out of them.
No,
But
I'm going to do it this way, though. I'm going to say their tag team chemistry is better than the Lights,
I agree.
especially since it's Gwen and Hippie Johnny. They
And Gwen
haven't been
just
tag
now
teams
joined the
together
group.
that long. Yeah. So, you guys, my vote's on you.
I agree.
I heard no lies.
See?
It's true. But I mean, we talked the other match we have. I mean, we talked about how the Luminary is not involved in this tag match, but they are going to be in there with Kenny Calix, believe it or not, here for their match here. This is kind of a toss up, Minderz, between these two.
It really is.
I mean, Kenny had to deal with Tracy Smothers on Friday.
Yep.
Wink, no, Rob, but I don't know. I'm not sure who to pick in this one. I'll be honest.
I'm taking Kenny.
I know you're going to take Kenny, but it's a pick 'em. I think just to be contrary, Minderz, I'm gonna go with Luminary on this one. But and of course, Boo Reb. Yeah, thanks, Jared.
Hi, Jared.
You
guys know Jared Shannon? You guys know him. He doesn't like Reb. It's a good time.
All right, so what do you guys think here? Kenny and the Luminary. Scott, we'll start with you this time.
Go ahead, Bosch.
I know we have our feelings about Kenny, but I think Kenny's been, in all honesty, he's been having a good year, and he's kind of got some steam, and hey, he's not too bad. But unless his chin's feeling a little better, I think I'm going to go with the Luminary.
All right.
Here's what I have to say. Kenny Calix has been scraped off the concrete and plucked into this match. Why? Because the Luminary is too afraid to face us for their tag team championships. They want to go against our scraps, something that we conquered, something that we took from TNT. The face of TNT, Kenny Calix. Screw all of them. I don't care who wins. I hope they both go down in flames. And with that, I'm leaving because I don't care about either of them.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, thanks, Scott, for joining us. We appreciate it. I really didn't expect anything less for the way he would leave, honestly. So I was okay with it. Jake, we appreciate you coming on. We're, like I said, Edgewood's going to turn on you guys now because, man, they gave you a piece of their mind a couple Thursdays ago. So,
yeah, well, I mean, all the times that they cheered me didn't do much. I don't really care. You want to boo me? Boo me. I'm just going to do what I do. Me and Scott are going to run this place. TNT is our home. We run the tag division. We're going to run it to continue. It's got to keep going. Just got to keep going. We just do our thing. We're just going to keep doing our thing. The gloves are off.
Okay.
That's all I got.
works for us. Thanks, Jake. Bye.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thanks, bud.
I really figured that was how they were going to kick out.
Hey, you know what? I'm there for it. I mean, all killer, no filler,
I get it. I get it.
And Scott, he was still a pretty soft-spoken guy in that interview. I mean, the words were there. Like, they're very, very, very harsh words and all that, but his delivery is so, quiet. It kind of makes you a little nervous.
You know what? You know what it reminds me of?
Oh, Jared, stop it.
So, you know what it kind of reminds me of?
CMC hack you, Jared.
Probably. But it reminds me of Jake the Snake Roberts because he never had to raise his voice.
Never did.
In fact, they would both talk quieter to make you listen to it more.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, if it's working for them, let's do it. I'm here for it.
I am really curious to see them as a unit with this attitude because it's been mostly Scott and singles that we've seen out of this. So Jared says he's unhackable. That's famous last words there, buddy. I don't know.
Didn't you say that too, and then you got hacked?
I didn't get hacked. Well, I think something's going on. We'll figure something out. I didn't get hacked. I think the show might have got hacked.
Well, that happened before.
Yeah.
Remember when you couldn't get on at all?
Oh, I remember, because I got put in Facebook jail when they tried to end my account. Jared says, Scotty reminds me of the Chosen One Drew McIntyre days. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of ECW Chris Benoit.
There you go.
Never raised his voice and just talked about how he was going to break people with his hands. He'd just always be rubbing his hands together in promos and all that stuff. Which, hindsight, you kind of, you don't want to give him credit for anything, but still, we're talking triple threat Benoit, so
right.
I'll allow it. All right. Hey, Minderz, what do you say we pay some bills real quick, and then we'll get into this past Friday?
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Here we go.
We're back.
Sorry, that song's in my head now.
Yeah, I know.
So there it is. BrainbusterTees.com/JTR, ProWrestlingTees.com/JTR Pod. There for all of our stuff. And also, don't forget we are on Patreon now. The Patreon.com/JTR Podcast Network. We just put up the 6th Fantasy Draft Bad Gimmick Edition this past weekend on the $5 tier.
My goodness.
Spicy. It got spicy.
Bari's still mad at me. AJ's still mad at Bari.
Bari's still mad at me.
Yeah, Bari's still mad at you. Yes, that's what we're dealing with.
If you follow the JTR Podcast Network on TikTok, we put up a little 3-clip highlight thing. It's about a minute long. Some of our irritations from the fantasy draft. So check that out.
Go check it out.
Then, of course, as usual on YouTube, we've got the full recap, but not the full episodes. So if you're just curious who we picked, go to YouTube and check that out. But
and there was one that got missed, and I can't believe it got missed.
I know, right? There's a few that really got missed, but that's the beauty of these fantasy drafts. There's always the what ifs.
Right.
All right. Well, Minderz, let's get into Friday.
Well, hold on. Let's tell everybody what's happening next week real quick, because Rob had some questions about the shooties in the comments earlier. Yep, he did. He wanted to know if it was a win-loss record.
To an extent, wins and losses go a long way in the considerations. But then there's also, there's some of the categories there's no wins and losses involved.
No.
But
it's just our opinion. If you don't like it, meh.
It's pretty subjective. It's a 5-person choosing committee, so it's not like we're just picking these winners willy-nilly. But if you could be a fly on the wall when we're going through these things, it's pretty interesting.
It gets really fun.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into Friday here, because it's the annual Halloween show, Fight or Fright. The main event was the costume rumble, which is always fun, but we'll get to that here at the end.
I'm glad you took good notes, because I didn't.
So, yeah.
I felt bad. I didn't.
Oh, it's all right. So it starts off with the 3 Acts of Hell match, Maxwell and LDLC. The first fall was a lumberjack match, and basically everybody that wasn't Joey Devante or Clayton pretty much was a lumberjack in that.
Yep.
Lumberjack. And I sent you a message. I appreciated that 5-star Jesse J actually went to the side of the ring where there's no way they could go out.
Right? It's like, I'm just gonna chill here.
Just go chill. And he sure did.
Yep.
It kind of went as you would expect, the lumberjack portion, throw DLC out to the heels and they kick the crap out of him for a few seconds, throw him back in.
Now, DLC never took advantage of throwing Maxwell out to the other side.
No, he didn't. But he's young. He'll learn. There's tricks to these lumberjack matches.
There are tricks.
But yeah, you could tell Maxwell kind of did his homework, even though he came up short on that fall. He wound up taking the pin on the lumberjack portion of it.
Yep.
Second fall was the submission match. That part ended by TKO with a pretty significant assist from the Glitch on that one.
Yep, it was another quick one.
Mm-hmm. And then the third fall was the last man standing match. Glitch tried
with some chicanery.
Glitch tried to get involved, wound up kind of
handcuffed to the post.
He got handcuffed to the post. DLC showed some resourcefulness by using the duct tape, but I have to question his technique. I'm sorry.
Glitch, I'm just gonna say, can you get out of a wet paper bag? I'm just gonna ask. I'm just gonna ask.
Well, to be fair, he was still handcuffed, so that does hinder him considerably. And I think maybe Maxwell was being a little unfair with the Glitch after the match when he was blaming him for the loss when he was handcuffed. Not a whole lot he can do in that situation.
Could have moved his legs a lot more and gotten out of it.
Well,
tell me I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
But when you get in that situation, maybe he panicked. Maybe there was a little oh, well. I don't think he likes when we talk about him.
You know what, though? Well, maybe he could relay a message at the end of the show. So we're gonna give him a message to relay.
Okay, so this is a teaser. So Glitch, don't run off.
Yeah, don't run off, Glitch.
All right. Next match that we had was the Clayton Clark and Devontae Knox. It's kind of an issue that's been going across IWAU into 0-1.
Right.
Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't Clayton beat Devontae for that IWAU championship?
I thought Devontae beat Clayton.
Did Devontae beat Clayton? I don't watch the IWAU regularly, so I'm always a little confused. But
I'm sure somebody will fill this in.
Oh, sure. This was right up there for me for best match on the show.
Yes, it was for me.
There were a couple that were up there, but this one.
Oh, he beat Cutler. He didn't beat.
Oh, he beat Cutler.
Like he beat Cutler. Okay.
Gotcha. Thank you, David. Yeah, I can't say it was an upset because we both know how good Clayton is. But
and we both know how good Devontae is.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want to say that Devontae lost because there was no trauma unit, because we know Devontae can get the job done by himself.
Yeah, he can. I honestly, I'm not sure if he was at 100% yet.
Maybe. I mean, that ladder match took a lot out of him.
It really did.
And he knows Clayton well enough. I don't think he took him lightly. I don't think he overlooked him or anything.
No, I don't think he did.
I think it's just one of those any given Sunday, better man that particular night situations.
Oh, they wrestled 2 times that week too.
Oh,
wow!
Damn. All right, that could have something to do with it.
So they split it down the middle. Did Devontae win the first one and Clayton won the second one? Is that how that worked?
Yeah. Where do we find the IWAU shows, Minderz? Are they on YouTube? Are they on IWTV?
We need to ask David because I'm not 100% sure.
They wrestled on Tuesday before the Friday show.
There you go.
Okay. Next up here, we had the 0-1 USA Junior Heavyweight Championship. Joe O'Reilly's
missed one.
What?
You missed one.
I did? No, that's after that.
No, wasn't.
Oh, I sure did. Yeah. It's not a lot of letters on that one, so I missed it. Okay, so Was this Kyle Pfeiffer's first match in Edgewood?
I don't think so.
If
I think
not, he hasn't had many.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot.
Oh, David says YouTube. So okay,
He's gonna send us a link later.
awesome. Thank you, Dave. Because I want to start following IWA a little closer, just to be a little more informed. 5-star. We've mentioned it. The love is gone for our buddy 5-star in Edgewood.
Oh yeah, it is. It is gone. But you know what? I'm still there.
Hey, 5-star's our guy.
5-star's our guy.
The hair's looking good. You know, it's not as out there, but you know, it was.
Now 5-star's still my guy.
Yep. Tough loss, but I mean, he showed out on that match. He put up a hell of a fight with a probably a bigger opponent than he's used to, if I had to guess.
Probably.
Because Kyle, I can pretty much guarantee he was the biggest guy in that whole show.
Oh yeah.
As evidenced by the Rumble at the end.
Yeah, because Theo wasn't there, so yeah.
Right. No Theo, no Preacher, no.
Right.
Well, Hippie's about as tall.
Preacher, you mean Reacher?
Yes. Well, technically both. I mean, Dallas too, but Hippie's as tall, but he's not as heavy as Kyle is.
Right.
But and I digress. Kyle Pfeiffer got the win with the choke slam on Jay. Choke slam off the top rope, by the way. So
yep,
that'll do it. So now we got the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Joey, was this Joey's first defense of the title? Okay, and it was supposed to be.
And I popped
because your buddy showed up.
My buddy showed up. His music hit, and I popped. That Bud Light Brawler, I'll tell you what, that's my buddy.
So it was. Let me get my notes.
It was O'Reilly, Lopez.
Joey O'Reilly, The Glitch, Noah Clover, Dalton Davis, Anthony Lopez.
Yes.
And to paraphrase what they were saying about the main event of Monday Night Raw, 4 very good wrestlers and The Glitch. I'm kidding.
3 very good wrestlers and Dom.
Hey, Dominic's good company to keep. I'm just going to say it.
Wait. We can't talk about that tonight. That's not tonight.
Well, we missed yesterday, so I've got all this pent up. But my motive's working.
Well, that's good. Now.
No. This one, I forgot that it was elimination rules. Because when Dalton got pinned, I was like, wait a minute, what happened?
Yeah.
But then I realized it was an elimination style match. But Lopez eliminated Dalton. I think it was Clover eliminated Lopez, if I remember right. And then things are done. Things happen. Winds up coming down to Joey and the Glitch. Believe it or not, final 2. Again, I'm not trying to shortchange the Glitch and his ability, but yeah, David pointed out Joey busted out a 450 for the win on this. Looked good.
Good.
I'll say it. I mean, Joey has so many ways to beat a guy. And it seems like he's always busting out something different. Because he got that Shining Wizard, he's got the Moonsault, he's got the 450, you know. You hate putting him over, I can tell.
I do. I hate putting him over. I won't do it. I refuse.
Now, think of your journalistic integrity, Minderz.
Wait, I'm the bad guy here, remember?
Oh, yeah, you're the Jesse Ventura of this group.
Exactly.
Unless CMC's on.
I'm the one that sits here and does this.
Right. So, yeah, O'Reilly got he retained. He will move on to Ben Trust at the Lockdown show.
Hey, Joey, I will give you a bit of advice. If you beat Trust, disinfect that Shining Light title, please. Mm-hmm. Disinfect it.
Yes.
Somebody please disinfect it.
Mm-hmm. Don't let him lick you.
I almost asked the new guys if Trust tried to get them to lick all the belts too. Ugh.
That was the final straw.
That was the final straw. He said to lick the belt. They said, nope. Sure not. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, it's unsettling.
It really is. It's gross.
All right. Next up, we've got B.A. Malkin and Cardi Marty, non-title, the CHWA One-Up Championship was not on the line in this match.
This was a good match, though, too.
This was the other ones up there with Devontae and Clayton, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Papa Pullman, I agree. Joey and Ben should be a good match. This should be a hell of a match.
And it's not even that with the junior heavyweight that it was a bad match. I just felt like there was too many moving parts.
Oh, in the multi-man match?
Yeah. It wasn't like that was a bad match. It was just there was too
fine.
much going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to try to keep track of. That's why I'm so proud of myself for taking accurate notes on the Rumble with the entry order and who got eliminated.
Yeah, because I didn't pay attention.
That's all right. That's why I'm here. Next up,
you're the statistics person.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys missed it, this past Sunday we did do our interview with Quest Parker. It's on YouTube if you want to see that. But
it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Thanks to Quest for doing that on short notice on a weird day. But we got into this match, the match with the TNT Championship, where he challenged Anakin Murphy. Points to Anakin for the CM Punk cosplay. He had the trunks, he had the jacket, he had the mannerisms.
Yep.
Is Anakin straight edge?
Yes.
I thought so. So
I'm pretty sure he is. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he is.
But he had it down to a T, though.
He did.
This is, I think, Minderz, where I think you want to make your opinion known off of Anakin's entrance.
Yes. I have a problem.
I will yield the floor to Minderz.
I have a problem. And maybe, and you know what? If he went and talked to this fan beforehand and it was set up, fine. But I'm not sure this was the match to do it at. This was the show to do it at. Because when he walked by one fan, they pushed him.
Yeah.
So, granted, I know she's there a lot. And they probably know each other. And she hates him. I know that. But I don't think you should be putting your hands on the wrestlers if it's not like a normal Thursday night. Not a normal Thursday night. Because now what I'm concerned about is somebody else that came to that Friday night show is now going to think that it's okay that whenever there's a wrestler that comes by
that they don't like,
they can shove them. And I don't like it. Sorry.
No. Well, you know as well as I do, back in the old days, if somebody puts hands on a wrestler, they're fair game.
Oh yeah, they're fair game. And then, but then you're looking at nowadays.
You're looking at charges.
Now you're looking at lawsuits. You're looking at more problems.
It's just a whole can of worms that doesn't need to be
opened.
Right.
Yeah.
So just use your head. I mean,
call them all the names you want to.
Yeah.
Call the names.
Not all the names. Not all the names. There are limits there.
Hey, I would rather it be a verbal yelling than an actual physical assault.
Right. Well, yeah. Just no ethnic stuff. No.
Well, yeah, obviously, but you do that, you're getting kicked out of the show anyway. So they announced that at the beginning. So watch what you do that way. But
right. Rob is sending me pictures. Rob, I got.
Sorry,
maybe
I got a little heated during that, but
well, Minderz, you get spicy sometimes.
I do get spicy, and it's more so these guys are putting on a show for them. Ooh. So God forbid a ref would have or not a ref, but a fan would have hit Anakin or pushed Anakin. Anakin tripped over the pad and let's say landed on his tailbone wrong and broke his tailbone and is out for 3 months. There's so many things that could happen.
A lot of things can go wrong if you're not careful.
Exactly. Now, if it was meant to happen that way and that's how they had planned it out, more power to you. I just don't think you should have done it on a Friday night show when you have a bunch of new people that are there.
Right. You're saying save it for Thursdays with the regular crowd.
Yes. And I get that's what draws money, but at the same time, that could draw you no money at all.
All right, rant over. Let's move on. Let's get to the match itself. Like I said, we talked to Quest about this match.
We did.
And then going back and watching it, it was a very good match. I enjoyed the hell out of this match. which I expect nothing less out of those two.
Yeah. Well, and like he said, there was a little rough. Poor Matt Race. Poor guy. He took a couple bumps.
Yeah, he did.
But
We're not even getting into what happened in the Rumble later.
right? Oh, we have to talk about it a little
Well, we're
bit.
going to, yeah. But
Okay.
all right, don't mind me. Rob sent me some more some updates for the lockdown show. I'm just making sure I got this straight.
Well, I was just trying to figure out. I was like, he's either sending him stuff or yelling at me. I'm not sure which one it is. But yeah, this match though, go check it out on Sunday. We had we had Quest on. Man, he tried, and as soon as he popped up, we were like, "Where's the belt?" We won. We were thinking he might win it. So,
I mean,
but
again, hard to bet against Anakin, but Quest momentum that he's had lately, I wouldn't have been surprised to see it happen.
Especially when he beat Anakin in 12 seconds.
It's true. Kind of caught him by surprise there.
Yep. But the match Friday I believe went 14 minutes. So, you can go back and listen to it later.
Minderz kind of got on her soapbox a little bit.
I got on soapbox. I'm sorry, Dave.
It's all right. All right. Then 6-person tag team match. We had. Okay, I was very confused. The Light were dressed like each other.
Yes.
And then Bradley was dressed like Hippie Johnny.
Yes.
And Bradley, of course, teamed with Kenny in the Angler.
Yes.
The Light got the win. Again, there were seconds where I got people confused in that match just from,
Yeah. Well, kind of like when it was Cosplay Gwen, which would have been the Luminary.
Luminary was dressed as
wanting
Gwen.
to hit cosplaying Hippie Johnny, which was Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley. But then they were all going around to each person.
Yeah, there was a lot of confusion there.
A lot of confusion.
I guess it means credit goes to Bradley for the costume. If he was that convincing. And he was able to not put the finger up.
I know.
I think that's the longest I've ever
seen. No, he did this the entire time.
Right. But I think that's the longest I've ever seen Bradley go without pointing at himself.
Pretty impressive.
You know? But I'm telling you, Bradley, if you're in the chat room, I'm telling you, get the foam fingers, sell them at the gimmick tables. You'll make a shit ton of money.
Yep.
All right, but yeah, the Light got the win. And then we move on to the main event, which was the Halloween Rumble. I forget what the official name of the match is, but Jeff
we had some
Carnahan evening. Thank you. How's it going?
We haven't seen them in a minute.
No. So this was a 20-person Rumble. And so Kenny comes out.
As Anakin.
Anakin and Joey were both out there because the winner of the match got to choose a title shot of their choice between those two guys.
Right.
So they were out there checking it out. Kenny comes out first dressed as Anakin, which honestly I didn't notice because he looks so similar to Anakin's gear anyway. But,
Battle Royal. That's what they called it. The Battle Royal.
Battle Royal. Okay. Second person in the oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize that was what he was doing because they kind of always had similar gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that I did have to look at the screen to figure out it was Anakin Murphy. Sorry, Kenny.
Second guy in the match was Rob.
No, it wasn't.
It was the wild-eyed Southern boy, Rob Leach. I got to give Rob some credit here. That he had the rap down for Tracy Smothers.
He sure did. We're very proud of you, Rob.
Even mentioned the helicopter. You mentioned everybody dies. If I hear Tracy sucks one more time, he had everything. He played the hits. I was there for it.
I was proud of him.
Called the timeout. Got the poke in the eye. Just classic Tracy.
Yep.
He goes, you know me. I love my Tracy Smothers.
Oh, I know you do. Yeah.
I'm a big fan. One of my favorite phone calls I ever got was Tracy, and that was long before we were doing a podcast.
Damn it. You should have been doing a podcast.
If only. That
Right?
was that was before I was married. That was like 2015. I want to say 2016. But
Speaking of, hey, I'm gonna mention it. Happy anniversary, Rob.
well, thank you.
Stace has put up with you for this long.
How she's not sick of me yet, I will never know.
I have no idea.
I tell her every day she's stuck with me.
That seems
And
about right.
she could say, "Not anymore, Turkey, get out of the house," but she doesn't.
And
Especially
happy
since I
birthday
actually-
to Devontae.
Happy birthday to Devontae. I want to say we had another birthday, but I can't remember. Anyway, we got on a tangent, Minderz.
Sorry, you're
all right.
Tracy Smothers, and then Spider-Man came out.
Yes, LDLC is Spider-Man. Kind of on the nose. Came back to the Spider-Man music, though, which I appreciated. The classic cartoon Spider-Man theme song.
It was the music that kind of set it up for who it was going to be for me.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi was yesterday. That was the other one.
Cardi's was yesterday. Okay.
I knew there was somebody else's yesterday. But man, we have a tough time trying to keep up with everybody. We try, damn it.
We try. We really do. We try very hard. Okay, fourth person in the match, Kyle Piper, and kind of on the nose if you think about what people call him off the like behind the scenes, because he came out as Undertaker.
Yep.
He had, the look. He had the jacket, and he had the hat. No kilt this time. By the way,
no shorts. It was pants. I was super excited.
Yes. I don't know Kyle well. I've maybe said 3 words to the guy since we've been going to 0-1 shows. Maybe no swiveling the hips before the match.
Sorry,
I saw it. My wife was watching. I was like, I rewound and showed her. She's like, no, just no.
Nah, you know the crowd's gonna be loud whenever Taker's music hits.
Oh yeah, they might have thought it was going to be the Taker.
They might have.
Yeah, David says the crowd was so loud when that music hit. So
I believe. Although I want to give a shout out. The dude that was dressed as Lieutenant Dan cracked me up the entire night.
I saw that. Dude, I was like,
he cracked me up the entire night. That was epic. I was so proud of him.
That was awesome. Plus, I love that character anyway.
Well, yeah.
So Kyle comes in as Taker. He's basically just throwing everybody around. Rob eliminated himself, by the way. He just stepped over the top, and
Rob said, "Yep." Tracy said, "Yep, Tracy, I'm out."
Yep. And
Kenny kept messing with him, which was funny.
Mm-hmm. Next person out was Anthony Lopez. No costume.
Nope.
Too cool for a costume. And if I had to give somebody MVP in this battle royal, I think I'd give it to Lopez.
He did a really good job because he came in really early and he lasted. And considering he just had that match earlier in the night too with Joey and Dalton and all them.
By my math, I'm reading while speaking, which is never a good idea.
That's
by
not
my
a good
count, by my count, I think he eliminated 4 or 5 people in that match. So
out of 20, that's
20. That's a
25%.
That's a fraction. That's like
25%.
Let's see. El Hijo del Joe was next, Minderz.
Nah, El Hijo del Joe.
When he first came out, I thought it was the assassin with the yellow
He looked
mask.
real familiar. Maybe I've seen him somewhere. I'm not sure.
Not a bad showing of Hijo. He didn't get any eliminations, I don't believe, but still a good showing there.
The camera person was Forrest Gump, his girlfriend.
Oh, marvelous.
That's awesome. Chef's kiss.
Yes. After El Hijo del Joe was Cardi. Again, no costume.
I love Cardi's entrance music. I have this thing for entrance music. If I like their entrance music, I will like them.
Usually.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I do kind of like BA's music. I don't care for BA.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. After Cardi was Maxwell.
Then there was that.
But the one I want to mention, Minderz, is the 9th entrant in the match was Matt Race. Referee Matt Race. And he was looked like he was jonesing for a fight.
He
Jumped
was.
in there. He was laying it in with people. He
You know
was
what
great.
though? He had taken the hit from was it Cardi or Anakin earlier?
I think it was Anakin.
So he'd taken the hit from me. He was just ready to go. He was ready to fight.
And he made sure people knew he could still wrestle.
Yeah.
He just doesn't. He just referees. But he was laying him in there. He wound up getting eliminated by Kyle Pfeiffer. And people were not happy with Kyle.
No.
Next, after Matt Race was Glitch in the red mask attire.
No, that was just Red Mask.
Red Mask, yeah.
They came out to Glitch's music,
right?
But that was just Red Mask.
Right.
You know what? I was actually impressed with Red Mask. I thought they held their own very well.
Yeah. Looked good, moved good. Had an uncannily strong chemistry with Maxwell.
Right. That was a little weird.
Right. After Red Mask was the Angler, who was promptly eliminated by Red Mask.
That doesn't
pretty
surprise
much within seconds.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think Angler has lost some of his power without the beard.
Papa Pullman's on it. I love it. I can't wait for you to read it.
That'd be great.
It would have been awesome.
Yeah.
If Glitch would have dressed up as Hellboy the Bellboy, it'd been awesome. I mean, he's got the luggage. I mean,
well, I may have to borrow from Rain, but
yeah, that's true.
After Angler came out, then we had, as introduced by Rob, LDLC in a different mask. Same trunks, different mask.
Same trunks, different mask. Druid. The Druid throwback.
The Druid, yeah, there you go. But not a big surprise that DLC in a different mask went right after Maxwell.
Yeah, that didn't surprise me at all.
No, they wound up eliminating each other, by the way.
Which, I mean, did you really expect anything less?
No, I didn't. I couldn't imagine that last man standing match sat well with Maxwell with the finish. So, after DLC in a different mask was BA as well. He was in a clown mask and a jumpsuit, but he came out to Great Khali's music.
Yeah.
And he was doing the chops and the tree slam and all that stuff.
And did you notice him trying to continuously hide his face?
Yes.
He took
the mask came off.
The mask came off. And it was funny because you and I both did the same thing because we were trying to figure out who everybody was.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I almost messaged you as soon as I saw it, and I was like, no, I don't know if he's there yet.
Hippie Johnny kind of is Dude Love anyway.
He kind of is. But I as soon as I saw the wrist tape, I was like, oh, that's BA.
Yeah.
That's BA.
BA was eliminated by the next guy in the match was Hippie Johnny, who was again dressed as the Luminary.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
There were like 3 Hippie Johnnies, so I was trying to figure out who it was.
Yeah. After Hippie Johnny was another Hippie Johnny, this time Hippie Bradley.
Hippie Bradley.
Uh-huh.
Bradley.
Yes, who was... And then after Hippie Bradley was Hippie Gwen. Gwen Niadana dressed as Hippie Johnny.
It started to get confusing.
Right. And then after that was the Luminary as Gwen. And Luminary eliminated Hippie Bradley.
Okay.
After Hippie Bradley had... wait, hang on. Let me make sure I got this right.
No, they had another one.
No. Bradley eliminated the Luminary and Gwen.
Okay. The real Luminary or the fake Luminary?
Real Luminary.
Had to have been the real Luminary, yeah.
Right. And then, Hippie Johnny eliminated Bradley.
Okay. That makes sense. Take my gimmick. I'm throwing you out.
Okay. It took me a minute to figure out Jesse J because he came out with the ghost face mask.
Oh, it took me like literally 2 seconds.
I had to go back into my notes and say who all was on this show and who was this, and I was able to do the math and figure out it was Jesse.
I didn't even need that. I saw the hair, the hair that stuck out of the back of the mask.
But he was eliminated by somebody. I don't think the camera caught it, so I didn't see who eliminated Jesse.
Yeah, we didn't see who eliminated Jesse.
19th person in was Noah. He got eliminated by Lopez. And then Bradley was the 20th man in the match. We mentioned a little bit here. But let's see. Then he got eliminated by Lopez and Red Mask.
Huh? Thought Bradley got eliminated by Hippie Johnny.
That's what I thought too. My notes are not cogent.
It's all right. But anyway, it came down
to Hippie Johnny and
AKA the Luminary, dressed as the Luminary.
Right. And he, I think, Kenny got eliminated by Lopez also.
I think so, because there was a few of them there all at once.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to see who was the last one eliminated. Check my notes. Check my. I think that might have been Bradley. Was the last one.
Okay.
Maybe. I'd have to go back. I finished watching this match like a half hour ago.
It's about an hour ago now.
An hour ago, like right before we went on the air, and I've already forgotten because old.
Right.
But anyway, so that was the match, and then at the end, Hippie got to choose his title shot, and he chose the TNT Championship. Anakin promptly spit water in his face.
Is Hippie scared of Joey?
I don't know if it's that he's scared of Joey. Maybe he just felt like he had a better shot with Anakin. I mean, he runs around the Luminary, and not a lot of people know Anakin better than the Luminary does.
That's true. That's true.
So I'm just saying.
Well, guess we'll see.
We will see. All right. Well, Minderz, let's get to Lockdown because there's some changes to the card from last week when we went over this. So let's just.
We don't have to make guesses, right?
We're not making picks.
Okay. See you, Jeff.
3 a.m. does. Hey, I'm with you. I get up at 5 a.m., so I know how it is. All right. So we got Kenny Calix against Bradley with the finger.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Got Killer Cake against LDLC and Diami.
Yep.
And here's one of the ones that Rob just sent me today, Minderz. Now I'm looking forward to this. Timothy Bosby and B.A. Malkin. Holy crap.
Right. I think this is going to be really good, actually.
This could be the show stealer. And notice the picture. They're using B.A.'s picture after he punched himself in the face.
Right? Dummy. Where's the dummy button?
Oh, shit.
It's on the other one. Never mind.
I got it.
Dummy. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah.
All right.
We got to use the dummy button for PA. I'm so excited.
So one change, Minderz. There was a triple threat match announced with Devontae. That has changed. It's now going to be a one-on-one match where Zach Hendricks is going with J.R. Lindsay.
Okay.
And
I think everybody knows who I'm pulling for in that one.
Right. And then Devontae instead is going to be taking on the Luminary in a singles match here.
Okay.
And then with the Luminary in that match, and this is kind of what the new guys were talking about. The Luminary's kind of stepped away from the tag team, it seems, a little bit, and leaving it to Gwen and Hippie, because they will be defending the tag team championship against Trauma Unit. In this case, Theo White and Chris O'Brien. So we're getting Chris back in the ring.
That's awesome. I'm glad to see Chris back.
Yes, and I'm curious about the dynamic between these two, because we've seen how good Theo and Devontae are as a team. We've seen how good Devontae and Chris are as a team. So now put those two common denominators together. I'm curious.
Theo and Chris can work together. Yep.
Yeah. You know what? I know next week is our last episode before hiatus. We might go through this after the shooties are done and make picks.
Well, I kind of wondered if we would, and then I almost wondered if maybe we wouldn't come back just for one show to run down who had won and who had lost. But we'll make that decision.
Hang on, what's the date on that?
It's the 16th.
Oh yeah, so it's coming up.
It's that week. But
maybe we'll do like a bonus little clip where we go through the matches and all that stuff. Not a full episode per se.
Not a full episode.
Maybe we'll do it. Or am I your? Well, we're not going to be at the show. We got to get the video because
we got to get video because we got family deals going on.
Yeah. All right. Moving on here. brace yourself for the visual, Minderz, but
Ugh.
Junior Heavyweight Championship. Joey O'Reilly versus Ben Trust, who's itching to have another belt to put his tongue on, apparently.
Apparently.
Ugh.
You know what? It worries me that he's going to be there.
And he's going to have that nifty briefcase, too.
It worries me.
Do you think that they're going to search the briefcase before he cashes in next
They
time?
better. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And if you do that, that's kind of dumb. Just being honest.
Yeah. Kind of made a monkey out of Bradley Todd that day.
Sure did.
Then, of course, Minderz, we got the main event in the steel cage for the heavyweight championship. Victor Analog challenging Connolly. And, again, this was Connolly's challenge, which surprised me because if Connolly's laying down the stipulation, I could have sworn we were going to get a dog collar match between these two.
I figured we would. But
I guess the need to keep Parnell out of the ring trumps the dog collar stipulation.
Parnell can't get involved where he could still get involved with the dog collar.
Right.
So
I'm curious.
But then you also got to keep an eye out for one Jet.
True. You could just fly in over that cage. But
wait. He could walk out with 3 belts that night.
What would you do if we find out that Ben Trust has 3 championships in 0-1 USA?
I'm done.
That's a lot of licking.
Ew. That's gross, Reb. It's gross. Ew.
Then imagine if you could find a friend challenge for the tag titles.
Shit.
I
don't think he's going to find a friend. He doesn't have many friends.
The closest thing that I've seen him have to a friend in 0-1 was Nixie XS, Terre Haute, when they teamed up and Rob put on all their jackets.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No. Yeah, so that's what we got to look forward to a week from Saturday, Minderz. So, like I said, we're gonna have to miss that one live. We're gonna catch it on the video afterwards. Hopefully, David can hook us up after the show.
Hopefully, David.
Let's go ahead and pay some 0-1 merch bills here real quick before we get out of here, Minderz. There you go.
Ooh, Scott, I hate you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he could take with Reacher.
Reacher be his new heavy.
You know what? The way that I'm going to take this down real quick. The way the new guys were putting over Reacher, I wonder if he'd be their heavy.
Could you imagine new guys and Reacher versus Trauma Unit?
Take my money.
Right? Take my money. Take it.
Or even just give me Reacher and Theo one-on-one. There's your hospital.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back on topic. I just, how my brain is. I jump to things. But 0-1 merchandise, T-shirts, water bottles, travel mugs, coffee mugs, tumblers, stickers, keychains, all kinds of good stuff on at the gimmick tables at all the house shows. They'll be there a week from Saturday, of course. Or if you want something, you can hit them up on the social medias, and they can hook you up. Excuse me. Some of your T-shirt options, to get your Shit and Moose shirt, you get the Fighting Athletes logo. You get the Reign Victoria trifecta of the Corn-Fed Hero, EOE, and Joker-style benefit to her dental bills T-shirt.
I think I have all of those, actually.
You may. I didn't know if you had the Corn-Fed Hero one, but
no, I have the green one. She had a green one too.
Yeah. You're right.
I don't know if I have the red one. I think I have
this one's Iowa State University colors. So.
Oh yeah, that's Iowa colors. I knew that.
All right. Then you can get the 0-1 Army shirt. You can get the 0-1 USA versus everyone, multiple colored options there, or you can get your TNT T-shirt. There's one of these 2 logos there. Don't forget 0-1 USA on Patreon, patreon.com/0-1 USA for all your Thursday night throwdowns, bonus video content, promos, all kinds of good stuff there. $5. And then if you want to spend another $5 on Patreon, don't forget our Patreon, patreon.com/JTR Podcast Network. Like we said, this past Saturday, we dropped the latest fantasy draft. I do encourage you to check it out. It was a lot of fun. I actually edited this one, Minderz.
We had to.
Well, yeah, but I actually did like post-production on it, which I've never done before on much of this stuff. So I'm curious what you guys think of that with the whatnots and everything. Next week, don't forget, we will be bringing you our flagship award show, the Shooties. That's going to be the majority of the episode. We'll probably touch on this on tomorrow a little bit too, and then make picks for lockdown. But the majority of the show is going to be the Shooties. We're looking forward to it. I hope you are too. You got to find out if anybody repeats this year.
I've got some breaking news. That's not 0-1, but Squared Circle just released, working on some pretty big names and hoping to have something locked in very, very soon. That said, we just hit less than 100 main event passes left for Squared Circle Expo at 5. Do with that info what you will. If you haven't got your tickets for that yet and you want to have a damn good time, I'm telling you what.
Hey, get your ticket to the Expo. You'll hang out with us. We'll be there.
Swerve's going to be there. Prince Nana's going to be there. JBL's going to be there.
Bradshaw got announced.
I just said JBL. Did you not?
Oh, you said, well, technically it's John Lee, but I'm nitpicking. Nick Nemeth is going to be there because he's got their belt.
He has to be there. Title. I forget who has the. Who's
the new Rockers? The new Rockers.
The new Rockers. So Al Snow will be there.
Mm-hmm. Rachel Alexander's got.
Is it Rachel?
Cheese sauce belt, whatever that's called.
Okay. We got her.
We got. What did I say?
I forget what it was.
My mistake.
Anyway.
Our brains are all pudding after this.
They are.
So anyway, don't forget this coming Tuesday. If you're a deathmatch fan, on Jumping the Rail, we'll be joined by the Strong Style Psycho Tank, one of my favorites, and we'll talk about the Nick Gage Invitational for GCW coming up next weekend. And I said Shooties on Wednesday. ECW Extreme Effin' Review podcast dropping this Friday. And what did you send me? No, we're doing that after we're done, Minderz. That's when we're taping this. So
oh, okay.
Yeah, so don't forget about that, and then also at some point, probably next week. I don't like being interrupted, Minderz.
I'm really good at interrupting you.
You're very good at interrupting. But hopefully I'll get to the bottom of that before next week.
Let's hope.
Yeah, I think tentatively next Friday, like a week from today, hopefully we'll have another Gold Rush coming up. We're scheduled to talk about the NWA Television Championship, the silver one that we all enjoy so
much. Do we need to say it again? He wasn't listening earlier.
Oh, you want to put him over?
No, I'm not putting him over.
Hey, trust Minderz says she hopes that you walk out with 3 championships after next Saturday.
I did not. I said I was scared of how many times you're going to lick each of those belts. That's what I said. Gross.
And the briefcase.
Ugh. No, he'll get rid of the briefcase if he tries. No, I'm not putting you over, jerk. He started some crap with me last Friday, so yeah.
But did he start stuff with your mom, though?
Nope. Mama got bit by the wrestling bug. We'll talk about that. Oh. Mama got bit by the wrestling bug. We'll talk about that next Tuesday.
Yes.
And she's got a type.
She's got a type. Just leave it at that. Yeah, I'm sorry again. We weren't able to bring you a JTR last night. Internet issues on my end were the reason for that, but we got it all worked out. Obviously, as evidenced by this. This may be the first time we've gotten Minderz to throw up on the air.
We got to get out of here.
All right, we're gonna hop off here. We got another podcast to record before it's time for me to eat. We're kind of cutting into to NXT time, Minderz.
I know. I cannot wait to see what the numbers are this week.
I'm very curious about that. I can't wait to see the show.
Right.
We'll talk about that a little bit more before
here in a few minutes.
There. But anyway, so we're gonna get out of here. Thanks again for joining us. Thanks to the new guys for talking with us. I'm on board with what these guys are doing. Swallow.
Hey, Trust, how you feel about new guys?
Oh, you want to wait around to see if he comments on the?
I doubt he does. He's probably already gone.
He probably just. I can tell you what he's going to say. Dweebs.
Oh, I know. Just go ahead and go.
All right, so let's get out of here. Until next week for the shooties. I got to find my tuxedo T-shirt before next week. Minderz.
Crap! What do I have to wear next week?
The worst guys.
The worst guys.
Bunch of dweebs.
Did you not hear us? We want you to let that red mask guy know that we were impressed with what he did in the Rumble.
Yes. We want to see more of the red mask guy.
We want to see more of him. All right, let's get out of here
before we get more comments. So until next week, for Minderz, this is Reb. Remind you all, life is hard, work stiff. We'll see you guys next time.